like upped our game so much since we started working on cars. We got more lights. We got this drill thing. We're like an F1 team right now. Pretty much the same thing, right?
Yep.
What's up, guys? Today we're back with another install for the FRS or BRZ, and this actually can go for really any car, but the specific drill points are going to change depending on which car you're doing, so hopefully you're here for the FRS or BRZ. Today we're going to be installing Quik Latches into the front bumper of the FRS, and the reason for this is because on the FRS there are plastic clips that hold the bumper on, and they're very hard to get them to line up perfectly after you've taken off the bumper. And we'll show you right now, my bumper after we install the new headlights, it does not sit properly. It looks really bad, especially if your car is a show car and those little details matter. So we're installing these bumper clips so that when you reinstall or take off the bumper, it will clip back on properly and not have the bumper sag. I'm gonna teach you guys how to install these parts. We're gonna drill into the front bumper, so I'm a little nervous. But yeah, let's get to it. What is the thing I always say?
Is it what could go wrong, or
How bad could it be?
maybe that's it? I don't know. We haven't done one of these in a long time.
I don't know, it's been a while. Let's go. So to begin this install, we raised the car up and we're in the process. Mitchell, what are you doing? To start this install, we raised the car and we removed the front tires because it's just gonna make it easier to remove the front bumper. So the first step to removing the front bumper after you've removed the wheel, there's 4 different little plastic clips going up the side of each side of the bumper. So you're gonna use a Phillips head screwdriver and you just twist it a little bit. And when you twist it, you see how it starts to come out a little bit. So while it comes out, then you use a flathead screwdriver and you pop it out. So just do that for all 8, 4 on each side. So the next step after you've removed these 4 plastic clips is to remove your side marker. I have this white JDM one, but you might have the orange one that looks bad. So, okay.
Oh shit, you broke it.
No, that's supposed to happen.
Is that supposed to happen? You cuck.
Where'd you go? So after you popped it out, now you just twist it. And then you can pop this off. So now that you have this off, go ahead and push this inside so that it does not get damaged when you remove the front bumper because you accidentally have it out, and then when you remove the front bumper, it pulls the cords. So next, if you look in here, there's...
Where are we looking?
So right here, in the top of the clip, there's a little black plastic clip, and then that's the next clip that you need to remove. So the next step to removing the front bumper is to remove this weather guard. And to do that, you're gonna need to remove a couple 10mm bolts and then a couple plastic clips. Super simple, just get your ratchet. You know how this extends past where this grill is?
Okay.
So the last time that we took off this front bumper, we accidentally set that weather guard on the inside of this bumper, and when we put it back on, we were like, where's the weather guard? So the next step to removing the front bumper is to remove all of these clips, like this one, and this one, and this one, that line the bottom of the front bumper. Now most of them are plastic clips, but there's also 2 10mm clips. Okay, so now to remove the front bumper, after you remove all those clips, it should easily pop off. And to do that, you just simply grab here and you pull. Now before you go any farther, there is the fog light right here inside the car. You need to twist that and pop that out, so now there's no wire there. And I believe that you're good. So just do that to both sides, and then you can take out the front bumper. So the first step of this install is gonna be to get some masking tape. It doesn't really matter what color it is. What matters is the fact that you can write on it with a pencil or a pen. So we're gonna rip off a section of it, and we're gonna put it over right about there.
Question. Mitchell has a question.
Mitchell, what's your question?
Is this the first step? Because it feels like this is like the 10th step.
No, this is the first step of like this install. Like this is, we took off the bumper and now we're doing this install. Come on. And you're gonna be doing it over this clip because this clip is what we're gonna be removing. So the next step is to remove this clip. Now I've already removed it to show you guys, but Mitchell, can you see it well? Okay, so you have to reach behind the mud guard and push in the 2 sides of this tab. Now they're facing up and down when they're inside. Up and down, so you have to push them from each side, and then this clip just pops out. That reveals this right here, which is the surface that we're gonna be working with. Drill right in between these 2 squares. Now, it doesn't need to be exactly in between. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter exactly where it is. This is the part I'm scared for. So I drilled a hole into the part that I was talking to you guys about with a 7/32 drill bit, and then I test fitted it by putting it in and closing it in by both sides with the washer and nut. And then with the masking tape over it, I drew a line with the Sharpie over to tell me exactly where this would be when I put the front bumper on. So when I put the front bumper on now, I can use this marker to figure out where I should be drilling for the Quik Latch to go on the front bumper. So now I'm gonna remove this and we're gonna put back on the front bumper to test fit that and see where we should drill a hole in that. That makes sense?
Sure.
Sure.
I was more paying attention to the video.
I have the stud part of the Quik Latch already installed behind the bumper right now, and now I put the bumper temporarily back over it to line this up. So I'm gonna try and line up the bumper exactly how I want it to look, which is gonna be about that. And you can feel behind where the stud is and determine about how low down on the bumper the stud is. So the stud's about here. This is just a quick estimation to try to figure it out. And now you're gonna use this line that you already drew and this right here to pinpoint exactly where you should start drilling for the stud. So I drilled a hole right here that was smaller than the size of the Quik Latch, and I did that on purpose. Now I'm gonna use this Dremel tool to try to make sure that when I drill the rest of the hole so that the Quik Latch fits in, it is in the right spot for this. So I'm gonna constantly be putting this bumper back on over to see where the stud is, and then decide if I need to Dremel in a certain direction to make sure that the Quik Latch fits on perfectly. If you drill with a bit that's exactly the size of the Quik Latch, there's a chance that you may be off a little bit, and then at that point you're kind of screwed. So with this method, using the Dremel tool, you can kind of be more exact when you're drilling. So now I can see that I need to go a little bit lower with the Dremel tool because I was cutting a little bit too high. But yeah, so this is just, what's that kind of thing called? Trial and error. Got it. Now for the final piece of this install, you put the Quik Latch on. You also use Loctite on the Quik Latch and on the stud that goes inside to make sure that they don't come off while you're driving. Test fit it and make sure it all works, and then you're good to go. So that's gonna do it for this install. I think that the bottom line for this install is you need to take your time and you need to make sure that every drill and every cut is exact and precise so that you end up with a good final product. There's like a little bit of bumper sag still left in the car, but honestly, it's a huge improvement from what the stock piece is left, so I'm happy with this install. Yeah, anything?
And like aesthetically, it just kind of looks kind of cool. You get the piece in there. So.
Yeah, for sure, and it does come in different colors if that satisfies your taste. So just really quick, I got these from a website. They are called Quik Latch, Quik Latch, Q-U-I-K Latch. And they're pretty cheap. It was $50 in total for both of these. There's a kit on FT86 Speed Factory and it's like $300, so $50 for these was a lot better, and I think that the black looks really cool. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, make sure you guys subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. We're not gonna be back at the track until January, sadly, but we'll still make some cool content before then, so see you guys next time.